Happy Monday, Motivation Movers. Welcome back to all new Coco Renee's Monday Motivation Movement, child. Yes, she's back in full effect, okay? Yes, honey. Feeling all exuberated and just, yes. If y'all follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know I got some good news, okay? About the what is it called? The Millie Rock or whatever they call it? I don't even know. Anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Today is Monday, March 11th, 2019. We are going to get into this good Coco Renee's Monday Motivation Movement. Don't forget to follow your girl on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification buttons on YouTube if you guys want to get some good updates at Official Coco Renee. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook at Official Coco Renee, okay? So let's get on into it. Today is not a daily affirmation moment, so we will have some scriptures later on this week, so y'all stay tuned for that. Right now, we just going to talk about some motivation movements, and I want to kind of get you guys just mentally ready for energies, okay? Now, we talked about this all 2018. I had to bring it back because I had a friend that was going through a moment that I used to go through all the time, okay? All the time. I mean, it was the story of my life. I was too much of a giving person, too giving to the point where anytime that I would just give all of myself and I didn't get it back in return, my feelings would just be devastated. I would be so hurt. I mean, let me tell you, it would just hurt me to the core. And then God had to have a sit down with me and remind me the reason why he is showing me these things with people, okay? And this is called the giving the same energy as you receive, okay? It is not to be a tick for tack petty person. We're not on that, okay? That's not what this is about. It's just being an equal opportunist to people who do not give and put out the same energy as you give and put out for them. Are you a giving person? You the type of person that if a person asks you to be there, if they ask you, hey, can you come to my event? Can you come and celebrate? Can you come to my this? Can you come to my that? Hey, can you even help me? You know, put some stuff together. Oh, do you mind being a part of it? And then you find yourself being on the committee for the event. You're trying to be there to like do all these things to help them and contribute to their event or whatever they got going on. And then you have your little, your moment and you like, okay, now it's my turn. And then the person don't show up. And then you like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. That's still my friend. That's still my cousin, my sister, my brother, my woo, woo, woo. You know, it's okay. I know that they busy. They got life going on. And then you have another situation happen and then they still not there. But then they hit you up. Hey, girl. Hey, dude. You know, I need you for this. Woo, woo, woo. Can you be there? And you like, yeah, I got you. I got you. And then you there and you like, okay, so I know they got me the next time. And then the next time come and then it's like crickets because they ain't nowhere to be found. Next thing you know, you getting that last minute text message saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it. Oh, and sometimes you don't even get a text message. You lucky if you get a text message that say, hey, I ain't going to make it this time. What I've learned with people like this is God is clearly just showing you stop giving so much of your time and energy and prioritizing people in your life that is not prioritizing you the same. People do this not only in just friendships and family ships, they do it in relationships. We have people who are in relationships with men and women who they give all themselves, okay, everything to this person. And they don't get it back in return. Now they feel used, abused. They feel empty inside. They're upset. They're hurt. You know, all these devastating feelings. I was that person too. Okay. And then God gave me some tough leather skin in 2018, child. He let me go through some things to like really show me the truth of people. And it was like so devastating. I told you I was like a mourning process. I felt like, oh my God, this hurts. So like my heart. But like my heart is going to just come out of my chest. It hurts so bad because when you are genuinely a giving person, no, you can't be there for every single thing. Yes, you might miss some moments, but you know, genuinely, if you can make it, you could be there, you there. If they need you for something, you got they back. Okay. You know, when they call on you, you jump real quick. Cause you know, like that's my girl. That's my dude right there. I got them. And then when it is your moment where you need them, regardless of what the situation or scenario is, and they know where to be found, and then you start recognizing every time you need them, they are only around when it benefits them, or it's very, very slim to none if you even can get them around. They always got something going on. They always too busy. It's always, these are the people that God is trying to show you. You cannot prioritize them. What you're doing is taking away time Okay, because look, we only got so many hours out of the day, so many hours in a week, so many hours in a month. Okay, so out of those hours that we have left over that are very valuable, because we're all busy people, time is valuable. We can't get it back. Okay, we don't know how long we're gonna be here on this earth. So it's like when you give so much of yourself to people and then you're not getting it back in return. God don't put us here on this earth for us just to give all of ourselves to people. You gotta let God do certain things that is for God to do. And you have to learn that if God does not put you on the mission, okay, he does not specifically tell you, I need you to do this, you need to take a step back. Certain things we start getting involved in too much and we really stepping on God's toes. God is like letting us fall short. He's letting us fall on our face, on our behinds, because he wants us to see that's not your job. I did not ask you, nor did I assign you to go on that mission to begin with. You chose to do it because you felt like it was the godly thing to do. But did I specifically tell you to do it though? Did I specifically assign you and say, hey, this is what I told you to do? Was it ordained by me for you to go and fulfill that mission? Or did you do it on your own because you felt like it was the godly thing to do? It's a difference. It's okay to be a godly person. It's okay to be a loving person, caring person, genuine, kind. But there's a thin line, because we got to remember, we got to still make some time for God. And God is not the type of God that likes to be put on the back burner while you putting someone in front of him. Okay? God is not going to sit on the back of the bus for you, for your friends to sit on the front, or your family to sit on the front, and while he's sitting all the way in the back. Absolutely not. God should be the number one seat right there, right next to the bus driver. Okay? He's the number one seat. He's the one he's the first stop. So when you start giving up your personal time to drop everybody else off at they stop and you making him last, he's going to give it to you in return. And sometimes the way he gives it to you is through other people that you value a little too much. God don't want us to put no value and priority over people that he knows do not give us the same. It is nothing wrong with telling people, sorry, I can't do it this time. Sorry, I can't be there this time. It was so hard for me to be able to tell people no. It took me years, okay, not months, not days, years to be able to say N-O. You don't even know, like that made me cringe inside to be able to have to tell somebody, no, I can't do it. No, I can't be there. No, no, no. Like that was hard. And inside I could be feeling like I don't really want to do it. I don't feel like it. Oh man, I'm tired. But then my heart is like, but you know, they need me. They need me. So I'm gonna be there. You know, I got them. And God had to sit me down and say, I'm going to show you who got you. I'm going to show you. And what he ended up doing is he did show me. He showed me all the people that would be there for me every blue moon or when it benefited them. And it was convenient for them. But when I needed them the most, or when it was a moment where it was like my celebration, my pivotal point, he showed me that they weren't there for me. It didn't matter what type of venture it was, what situation it was. He showed me those same people that I would prioritize, those same people that I would do a backflip for. You know, anything, were not doing it for me, and they were not going to do it for me. He showed it to me time and time again, and it took forever for me to take them blinders off and for me to realize. And then one day he changed my heart around and he made me realize, you giving too much energy to these people that's absolutely giving you nothing. They're leaving you empty inside. They have nothing to give. And we've talked about this last year, 2018, about, you know, the spiritual bank, you know, contributing to people's, you know, you put in you taking and withdrawing from all of your bank, leaving your bank empty, to go and withdraw into somebody else's, and you giving them all your money, all your, you know, everything you got. They gonna be straight, but then when you need something, you can't go to them and ask them for nothing. They got a million excuses of why they can't give you nothing after you done overdrawn your bank. So we've talked about this already, so we're not gonna get all into it, but what I'm telling you, put out the same energy that people give you. Okay, doesn't mean to be tick for tack, but what it simply means is if someone, you are always there and you come to all of their celebrations, you come to all of their family functions, you come to all their events, you always celebrating their stuff, then you have something where you celebrating and they can't even come to not one, stop going. Start, you know what, I wish I could be there. I wish you the best. Congratulations. Happy birthday, happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever the moment is. All right, I'll catch you on the flip side. And you start making people have to earn that. Stop giving away things that people are not paying for. Okay? People have to earn that. They don't deserve to have that part of you where it is just nonstop and they have nothing to contribute in return. It's different when you give into somebody who has absolutely nothing to give, but they have the heart of gold, and you know deep down inside that they would give the shirt off of their back if they had one. That's a different situation when you give into someone that don't have it to give, and then God assigns you to do something for people specifically with no expectation of something back in return. That's a different situation. When God assigns us, that's a different situation. But when you just do it on your own because you're just trying to be a godly person, and God did not say, hey, this is what I want you to do, stop just giving yourself to everybody. Start learning how to protect yourself, your energy, what you have left in your spiritual bank, okay? And start being okay to say, no, I can't do it this time. Stop giving people this extra energy that you know that they're not giving you. Sometimes people have to learn the long, hard way. And a lot of times what we'll discover is that it's not that, you know, we trying to be tick for tack or petty. What it is that God is showing us that we giving away his time. We already have a limited time from working, dealing with whatever it is that we deal with in life. Our days can run real short and run crazy sometimes. We barely have time for us to breathe and you know, do things for ourselves. And then the little time that we have that we would be putting into ourselves, we giving it to somebody else who would never give it to you. And then the worst part is you don't even have time for God through all that because you're so busy giving away his time along with yours. And then you wondering why you running rugged, why you stressed out, why you just like, you know, your body is breaking down, you don't feel good, you know, all these different emotions that your body starts going through and that you start going through mentally, physically, spiritually, because you're giving so much of yourself away to people who can never, ever contribute and give it back. It's okay here and there, but stop constantly giving. And then you got to let people see, look, if you don't have nothing to contribute, I'm not going to continue to give. Let me tell y'all this and I'm going to go. I had somebody in my life that made me feel like I didn't give them anything. And, you know, they told me, I can't deal with you no more because one moment that I couldn't be there for them. It might have been a couple of moments that I had to like put them on the back burner because they weren't my priority. Okay? They weren't my priority. And I had to be okay with myself to say, sorry, I can't do it this time, or I can't be there, or I can't pick up the phone, or I can't call you right back. I will get back to you. And I'll do it when it's convenient for me, when I have the time and the energy to do it. But let's just say prior to that, I always made myself available. Anytime that they needed me, I tried my best to be there if I could. If I couldn't, I couldn't, but I always just try to make myself accessible. And then finally I started getting hip to things and realizing, well, am I always making myself extra accessible? And they ain't never accessible for me like that. So let me pull back a little bit. So I started pulling back a little at a time, until one day I just was like, I was good. Like, no, I can't. And I was okay with saying, no, I can't. And let me tell you, they flipped it on me and they made me feel like I was the worst thing in the world. Oh, you're never there for me. You never, you know, you've just always taken from me. And so I sat back after that situation concluded and I had to sit back and really evaluate because I felt like a bad person. I felt like a terrible person. I felt like the scum of the earth. They made me feel like that for 5 whole seconds. Okay. And then God said, honey, if you don't knock it off, I'm just showing you their true colors and their true nature. Don't you realize that you have been there for them more than you should have been? And it was time for you to say no, enough is enough, because they can't continue to rely on you because you've been there giving too much of yourself. That is a needy person. And they're never, ever going to be satisfied no matter how much you give. They're going to always find something else that they need from you more and more and more. And the minute that you can't give them something because they're needy is the minute they're going to flip it on you and make you feel like you were not good enough. And then they're going to make you be the one that's the fall guy. You're going to be the bad person. You're the one that, you know, you're the one that's the issue. And the reality of it was, I was never really the issue to begin with. It was just that they didn't have their stuff together and I became too accessible for them. I allowed myself to be too accessible. And so that when I finally put my foot down and said no more and no more accessibility, that's when their true colors came out and they showed me who they truly were. And they showed me that they were not really genuinely there for me to begin with. God had to let me see that. And that hurt. It was a hard lesson to learn. But then from that day on, it made me recognize that character flaw in a lot of people. And I was able to, at that point, decipher people and to determine, and it made me actually open up my eyes like, oh my God, there's a lot of people around me that's like this. So I'm just telling you, stop being the fall guy, stop being too accessible for people who are never accessible there for you. Be there when God assigns you. All right, your girl gotta go. Hope y'all have a blessed rest of the night. Okay, I will see y'all later. Talk to y'all later with them daily affirmations. Until next time, movers, toodles.